Good evening, y'all. This is your man DeSean BBN, and I'm back with another podcast. Now, I know it's been a while since I've done one, but I'll try to be more frequent from here on out. I hope you're having a lovely evening, because I sure as heck am. Now, last week was not a good week for my Titans or for my Wildcats. Both ended up losing. Titans lost 20-7 to the Jaguars, and the Wildcats ended up losing 28-13 to Mississippi State. Now, it's not the end of the world. I mean, as far as the NFL goes, we're only a quarter through the season. As far as college football goes, we're only a third through the season. So there's still time to right the ship. I mean, it's not completely over with. We're not doomed. I haven't given up hope yet. But I mean, if we continue to stumble like this, then yeah, might just have to chalk it up as a loss and try to do better next year. Last week, was horrible for the Titans. I mean, ended up losing 20-7 to the Jaguars. For the second week in a row, we lost to a backup quarterback. I mean, lost to the Colts. Well, Jacoby Brissett is the starter now since Andrew Luck is retired, but Jacksonville doesn't have Nick Foles. But yet we lost to Gardner Minshew. Dude looks like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. I mean, that name sounds like something out of a movie, Gardner Minshew. And we end up losing to Jacksonville. Like, what the heck? 20-7. Now, Titans, I don't know. The Titans kind of remind me of the Ravens before they drafted Joe Flacco. Defensively, we was always good. Always had a solid running game, but our offense as a whole is just not any good. Don't know why that is, but whatever. Hopefully, they will turn things around. Now, our defense, like I said, is pretty good. Right now, the defense is eighth in the NFL in points allowed. They're also eighth in total yards given up per game, but our offense is not doing their part. Our offense is ranked 15th in points per game and like 20th, I believe, in total yards. Now, some things have got to change. Marcus Mariota's got to do better. Now, he isn't playing horrible, but he isn't playing great either. I mean, he's thrown 4 touchdown passes versus no interceptions, but the Titans as a team, we're like, I think we're 28th in the NFL in passing yards per game. That's got to get better. Our running game has to get better too. I mean, we're ranked 13th in the NFL, which is okay, but it could be better. Like, we need to use Derrick Henry more. I mean, he's the workhorse running back for a reason. I mean, he had over 1,000 yards last year. We need to utilize him more. We need to use him in the short yardage situations. We need to use him whenever we need a big play. Like, we can't just keep wasting Derrick Henry's talent, or else he's going to leave the Titans when his contract is up. I mean, it's pretty much what happens. I mean, players who do good in Tennessee, they end up leaving because they don't want to waste their careers in Tennessee, which is understandable. I mean, you play the game to win, and right now Tennessee just doesn't look like a team that could win the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't know what it's going to take, but I'm still going to root for the Titans no matter what. Now, hopefully, we'll win this week. I haven't checked the schedule, so I'm not sure who we're playing against, but hopefully we can look more like we did against the Cleveland Browns. Now, if we can play like that, we'll definitely win. Now, for some reason, I want to say it's the Raiders, but I'm not exactly sure. But whoever we're playing, I just hope we go out and get that W. Now, Kentucky, on the other hand, yeah, they're 2-2, which is not bad, but it's not good either. I mean, we could be 3-1, but Mississippi State just pummeled us. I mean, yeah, 28-13. That's only a 2 touchdown game, but it seems like we lost by more than that because Sawyer Smith, he threw a pick six. Lynn Bowden dropped 2 passes. Both of them would have been big plays. One of them would have resulted in a touchdown. Defense just ain't doing their thing. Offense isn't clicking. Like, hopefully we'll right the ship against South Carolina. Now, South Carolina, from what I've heard, is down to their third string quarterback. Mississippi State, yeah, they had a backup quarterback too, but they ended up beating us. So hopefully we won't lose to a third string backup. I mean, the funny thing is, South Carolina is 1-3. We're 2-2, but South Carolina is the favorite in this game. They're a 3-point favorite, actually. And it's Vegas has no faith in us if they think a 1-3 team with the third string quarterback is going to beat Kentucky. Now, I hope they better prove them wrong because we can't keep sliding like this. I mean, 2-2, it's not bad, but it's not good. We got to do better. Now, we would be doing better if, I don't know, if we was just more consistent. I mean, offensively, we're averaging almost 400 yards a game, but defense, we're giving up almost 400 yards a game. Like, you can't give up as many yards as you're gaining. That's just not a formula for success. Now, in order for us to be a good team, Sawyer Smith's got to play better. Everyone's got to play better. Sawyer Smith's got to do better. AJ Rose, Cavassier Smoke, Lynn Bowden Jr., our defense, everyone has to get better. I mean, the only way we can go from here, we can go up or we can go down. I mean, it's going to be up to the players to do it. Now, I will say this. If we get a big lead against South Carolina, please, Eddie Gran, do not sit on this lead. Don't get conservative. Put your foot on their neck and don't let them up. See, the object is to win, obviously. You don't play not to lose, you play to win the game. Herman Edwards said that. You play to win the game. If you got a big lead, you can't just sit on it because you'll just allow the team to come back if you're not careful. That's what happened against Florida. We was winning 21-10 going into the fourth quarter, and we got shut out. Didn't score a single point in the fourth quarter. Florida scored 19 unanswered, beat us 29-21. Now, yeah, Florida's a solid team, don't get me wrong, but we should have never allowed them to come back and win that game. And then we turn around and lose to Mississippi State 28-13. Now, if we didn't fall in a hole early in the game, we probably could have won. Now, we did start to play better. We started to come back, but by that time it was too late. I mean, the game was already out of reach. So hopefully this week, defense will be better. Receivers won't drop passes, and hopefully we'll win and improve our record to 3-2. But not the worst. I mean, we're not the worst team in college football. We're not the worst team in the SEC. Arkansas lost to San Jose State, which I don't know how that happened. I mean, I don't even know what conference San Jose is in. I believe they're in the the Western Athletic Conference, which in short is WAC, WAC, the WAC conference. I mean, I couldn't tell you any teams from that conference. I mean, I know Boise State used to play in the WAC, but now they're in the Mountain West. I mean, I honestly don't know what conference San Jose State is in, but Arkansas lost to them. Now, I haven't given up hope on the Titans or Kentucky. Now, Kentucky right now sits at 2-2. I believe we can still go 8-4 and win a bowl game to finish 9-4. I believe we could still go 9-3 and win a bowl game, go 10-3. Now, it's not impossible, but we got to do a lot better. We can't keep playing the way we've been playing, or else it'll be a 7-5 season. Now, you don't want to go backwards, especially after you had a historic season. 2018 for Kentucky was a historic season. They went 9-3, won the bowl game to go 10-3, finished in the AP Top 25 for the first time since 1977. And so far this year, we haven't followed it up. We haven't followed up last season good at all. We need to do better. I mean, I want to see Kentucky do well. I want to see us be competitive every year, but yeah, something's got to give. Now, as for the Titans, yeah, right now we're sitting at 1-2. Sunday is a must-win, I think. Now, if we do lose a game, we'll be 1-3. Now, it's not going to be the end of the world, but it's hard to get back into the play. It's hard to get yourself back into the playoff picture if you start off 1-3. Now, of course, it's not impossible, but you don't want to get in a hole too early. Hell, in the NFL, anything can happen. Last year, the Carolina Panthers were 6-2 through 8 games, and they ended up finishing the season 6-10. So, yeah, there's hope. I mean, we can be a playoff team. We can win the AFC South, but Marcus has got to do better. Derrick Henry, we got to use him correctly. Our defense has to keep being great. Our offense has to take some pressure off of our defense. I mean, as good as our defense is, I mean, the offense puts the defense in bad situations when they can't put more points on the board. Like, we we can do this. We can win the AFC South. Now, I don't think we have a team that's good enough to win the Super Bowl, but I definitely think Tennessee can make the playoffs and at least win a playoff game. But we got a lot of work to do. Now, I got to say, this year is a make or break season for Marcus Mariota, but he hasn't looked too impressive. I mean, yeah, he's got the 4 touchdown passes, and no interceptions. But other than that game against the Browns, Marcus Mariota has looked very mediocre. Now, I mean, I'm a believer in Mariota. I mean, I like Mariota. I want to see him succeed, but he might have to leave the Titans in order to really maximize his potential. Like, when you have a different offensive coordinator every year, it's hard to get into a groove. It's hard to get to consistency. I mean, Mariota has not had the same offensive coordinator at all since he's been in the NFL, and I think that's part of the reason why he's been struggling. I mean, it's hard. How are you supposed to progress when you got to start fresh all the time? Now, if Mariota does leave, I mean, I hope he does well. I will continue to root for him just as long as he doesn't go to one of our division rivals. But I don't think that'll happen. I mean, Jacksonville has Nick Foles signed to a long contract. The Colts, they might try to keep Jacoby Brissett around, and Houston has their quarterback in Deshaun Watson. So, I mean, I guess don't have to worry about that. I don't know. I mean, a good team for Mariota. mm, Maybe he can go to Chicago. I mean, Mitch Trubisky, he's okay, but I'm not so sure that Mitchell Trubisky is the long term answer for the Chicago Bears. Or I don't know, maybe he goes to the Vikings no, not the Vikings. They got Kirk Cousins. But wherever Mariota goes, if he's not in a Titans uniform next year, I hope he does great. Hope he does great things. Hope he goes on to be the quarterback that I think he can be. Now, I don't think Mariota is good enough to be the best quarterback in the NFL, but I think he could be a good quarterback, a Pro Bowl caliber one. I mean, he's a good runner when he does run. He's got a strong arm. He's got solid accuracy. Now, his pocket awareness needs work. I mean, he sometimes he holds onto the ball too long and takes unnecessary sacks. Sometimes he stares down receivers and throws into double coverage, and it results in a tip pass or interception. I mean, he definitely has some things he needs to work on, but Mariota, I still believe he can be a good quarterback. But yeah, you got to show and prove. And right now, you're not showing or proving. So come on, Marcus, get us, help the Titans. Now, in other news, yes, if you're a basketball fan, you're in luck because basketball season is right around the corner. The NBA season, I believe, starts October 22nd, maybe, and college basketball will be starting as well. I mean, my Kentucky Wildcats, I mean, right now we got 4 commitments for the class of 2020. 2 of the guys we signed are 5-star players, and the other 2 are 4-star players. We got Terrence Clark, BJ Boston, Cameron Fletcher, and what is that other guy's name? Oh yeah, and Cameron Fletcher, BJ Boston, Terrence Clark, and his name will come back to me, but yeah, I haven't really seen much from the 2020 recruits, but from what I'm hearing, these guys are really good basketball players. But I'm not going to look too far ahead because I mean we still got to play the 2019-2020 season, and I think it's going to be a good one for Kentucky. Maybe might result in a national championship, but we'll just have to wait and see. I gotta say I'm excited for it, and I mean I don't care who you root for, Duke, North Carolina, Louisville. If you're a college basketball fan, if that's your favorite sport like me, you can't wait for it to start. Now, in other news, Takashi 69. If you haven't heard, Takashi 69 was in court last week testifying against the 9 Trey Blood Gang members. Now, if you don't know who Takashi 69 is, he's a rapper. He's got rainbow colored hair. He's got a 69 tattooed on his forehead. He's got all kinds of other crazy tattoos. Now, my personal opinion, Takashi 69 is not a good rapper. He's whack. He's horrible. If you're known more for being a troll as opposed to being known for your music, That just tells you how crappy your music is if people know you more for your trolling. Like, I've only heard one, maybe two songs by Tekashi 69, and I don't like either of them. They're both horrible, in my opinion, but don't take it from me. If you want to listen to his songs and form your own opinion, go ahead, but I wouldn't recommend it. Now, Tekashi 69, like I said, he snitched against the Nine Trey Blood Gang members. Now, if you haven't heard, last year, it was around November 2018, Tekashi was charged with racketeering along with other crimes. He was looking at 47 years in prison, but he agreed to testify against the Nine Trey Blood Gang members to reduce his sentence. Now, I don't know all the details. I mean, he might not even serve a day in prison after all the snitching that he did, but yeah, he's gonna have to look behind his back for the rest of his life because I mean, if you're gonna snitch, especially on some gang members, yeah, you're gonna have to watch your back. I mean, the whole thing to me is just stupid. Takashi 69, like, why would you, if you know you're not from the streets, if you know you're not a street dude, don't mess with the streets. Like me myself, I'm not a street dude, but hey, I know not to snitch. I know not to get involved in that kind of thing because it's dangerous. Now, in Takashi's testimony in court, now this isn't his exact words, but he said he aligned himself with the Bloods because to give him some clout, so he could have protection, so on and so forth. Now, that was just dumb. Like, you are not a. I mean, if you know you're not street, why would you align yourself with gang members? Like, that's just not. I mean, you're just asking for it, and then you testify against these guys after stuff hits the fan. Now I get it. I mean, the same blood gang members that he hired to protect. I mean, they did kidnap him and they did threaten him, but still, that was just dumb. Like Takashi, me personally, I don't see him as a victim. Now, I would never wish for anything bad to happen to anybody, but when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Like, if you're gonna align yourself with blood gang members, if you want to have the clout for being in a gang, you gotta take the good and the bad that comes with it. Like, if things go south, you gotta go down too. I mean, well, if there is a way out of it, I don't know how you can get out of it because I don't live that lifestyle. But see, the thing is, Takashi 69, he didn't have to be gangsta to get famous. He didn't have to do that. You didn't have to align yourself with blood gang members just to get clout. Like that was just I don't know. So Takashi was severely misguided. He was a victim of his own stupidity. Like the thing is, you don't even have to be gangsta in order to be a famous rapper. You don't have to be gangsta to have a long career. I mean, I can think of many rappers who are not gangster rappers that have had long, successful careers. Drake comes to mind. Drake sings in half of his songs. He talks about his feelings, yet he's the hottest rapper out right now. Kendrick Lamar's another one. J. Cole, Wale, Big Crit, Big Sean, LL Cool J. Yeah, I went old school there. Nelly, Rakim, Nas. You don't have to rap about the street life in order to have a long, successful career. But hey, I mean, if whatever works for you, I mean, I guess go for it. But I mean, in the end, it cost you. I mean, you testified against the Bloods, and now you're gonna have to watch your back for the rest of the life. Now, the crazy thing is, Tekashi 69 is saying he doesn't want to go into witness protection, which yeah, I don't understand that at all. I mean, yeah, you can hire 24/7 security, but who's to say your security won't turn on you? Who's to say one of these blood gang members will put a bounty on your head? I mean, who's to say the security you hire is gonna be there for you at all times. Who's to say they won't get tired of protecting your ass and kill you themselves? Like Tekashi 6ix9ine, I can't imagine him having a successful rap career after this. I mean, yes, I know I just said you don't have to be a gangster rapper in order to be successful, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people look. I mean, yeah, a lot of rappers don't live the life that they rap about, but you snitched, and everybody knows it. Who's gonna take you seriously knowing that you're a snitch? Who's gonna want to listen to your music knowing that you snitched in court? Like, I mean, I know I wouldn't. I mean, maybe some people will, but yeah, different strokes for different folks, I guess. Well, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed it. It's your man, DeSean BBN. I promise I'll try to be more frequent with these podcasts. Y'all have a good night. I'm out.